Today, from U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis, this is the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see Kirk Cousins and the Minnesota Vikings taking on Matt Ryan and the Atlanta Falcons.
Spread between 4th and 6th Streets in downtown Minneapolis. We welcome you inside spacious U.S. Bank Stadium. The scene a short time ago. This crowd decked out in purple, and they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room. We're ready for football, folks, as the Vikings get set to do battle with Matt Ryan and the Atlanta Falcons. Set to go, Younghoe Koo ready to do the honors. And we are underway from downtown Minneapolis. And able to get this out to the 25.
First and 10.
Under center for the Vikings, out comes the former Michigan State Spartan and longtime veteran Kirk Cousins.
The debate about Kirk Cousins continues to rage both among Vikings fans and fans around the league. But when you look at his numbers, you think this is one of the better quarterbacks in the league. Last year broke a string of 4 straight 4,000-yard passing years with the emergence of Dalvin Cook in the backfield. So while those numbers dropped, he was still solid throwing the football. 26 touchdown passes, just 6 interceptions. Now he's just got to develop an extra target on the perimeter in order to get his numbers back to the previous levels.
The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. Oh, fighting off the defender. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
Dalvin Cook, the ball carrier.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Cousins gives way to Cook. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 2.
An early test. 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. Now Cousins. Completes it to the fullback hand. And he will have a first down as they get into the ground at the 37. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
I wouldn't be surprised to see the next step in utilizing this position is to actually utilize more of a scat back in this spot, because we saw the catch there, right? He made it. He's a bigger, stronger guy, maybe not quite as elusive as maybe someone else you would put there.
Yeah, didn't get the big yardage there you might out of a smaller back. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. From the gun, it's a give to Cook. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
The ball carrier.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
38-yard line, 2nd and 9. Working out of the gun, Cousins. He gets this one into the hands of Dalvin Cook. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line.
I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so, and gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it, and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
First carry for the Boise State Bronco, Alexander Madison. And he's got the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 49. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. Defense had a chance to get off the field here on the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important third down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. To throw it is Cousins. And that's taken in. It's B.C. Johnson. Well, he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
They sure put the coverage guys in a stress on that one. They thought they were going deep. Ends up curling inside for a nice chunk of yardage.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
They'll come up now on 2nd and a yard. Now a run with Cook. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
And Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does. It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key first downs and big runs.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Cook. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Grady Jarrett with the tackle.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the 13-yard line.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now Cook. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
No gain on the play. Brings up.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
The 13th play now coming on this opening drive. Here's 3rd down. From the gun, here's Cousins. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a first down.
So Cousins heads to the Vikings sideline, and on is Dan Bailey to try the field goal. From the left hash, a chip shot here. Bailey's kick is good. And the Vikings have a 3-0 lead.
Vikings 3, Falcons 0.
Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3 there, kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
Now, after the field taken away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. Here come the Falcons, and at the helm, their starting quarterback since the day he was drafted back in 2008. Their all-time leading passer, Matt Ryan.
This past offseason was one where the Atlanta organization continued to build around their quarterback, Matt Ryan, because he can still throw the rock. 5th in the NFL in passing yards last year with better than 4,400. He's a guy who knows how to get the ball to his guys on the perimeter and take care of it, even when he's under duress in the pocket. Sacked 48 times last year.
Ryan and the Falcons now come up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. He'll throw from the gun. He completes this to Russell Gage. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39.
A gain of 14. First down, Atlanta.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Ryan. First down and much more here for Jones. And he's going to get this into enemy territory at the 45. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
You had to figure they'd try and get the ball to Julio early, and they did it right there. And it doesn't take a degree from MIT to know that, so you had to figure, what's up with the defense? You should know that that's coming right away.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. They go play action now. Ryan. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And he's got his star receiver. It's Jones for the Falcon touchdown.
Touchdown, Atlanta.
Julio Jones. 45 yards. And the Falcons have taken the lead. And man, Charles, talk about zinging something in there. Those gloves, they help with one-handed catches, the fun stuff. Any padding for a rocket like that?
One would think so, but I'll guarantee you this, after that throw, his hands will hurt later. Not right now in the moment. He's just feeling good about catching it.
Yeah, a little stinger, but a touchdown. Now the try here for the point after. And this is up and good to make it 7-3. So a 75-yard scoring drive on just 3 plays. And the end result, an Atlanta touchdown. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
At their own 20.
The Minnesota Vikings off to a rough start in 2020, 1-4 in the basement of the NFC North. Week 5, that was maybe the toughest loss of the season. A real heartbreaker out in Seattle, 27-26. They led the game 13-0 at half and looked like, Charles, they were going to salt it away late. They had it close to the end zone, decided to go for it on 4th and goal, did not get it, and then Russell Wilson did what Russell Wilson does, marched Seattle all the way down the field, scored a touchdown with less than 15 seconds to go.
Yeah, and that's where it always becomes very difficult for a head coach. What decision do you make, right? As you mentioned, going for it late in the game instead of kicking the field goal, which would have made it an 8-point game. right? They decided, hey, we're going to try and win it right now. That was Mike Zimmer, their head coach. Didn't happen, and as you also mentioned, he turned it back to Russell Wilson. He started that last drive with his feet in the end zone. Think about that, right? The last drive for Seattle started there. They go all the way downfield, get it done, and guess what? Minnesota's now looking at themselves and saying, what happened here, and how do we get out of this? And even tougher, Dalvin Cook ends up the game with a groin injury. Even though Alexander Massive performed well, they need him back.
See if they can pick themselves off the mat, maybe a get-right game because they host winless Atlanta next, and then they'll have an open week in Week 7. The Vikings on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. They'll run it. Here's Cook. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down.
Just a simple run play there on 3rd and 1, but this D was up to the challenge and stopped them, bringing up 4th down.
So on 4th down, Britton Colquitt on to punt. Yards on the punt, give him just 1 yard on the return. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. Matt Ryan and the offense heading back onto the field. He's played a pretty clean first half, a touchdown, no interceptions.
Frankly, that's what they expect out of him. They want to see the ball thrown and thrown well, and he's able to do that and put it in the end zone. They'd love to see more of that before this game finishes, but right now, he's got his team in a good spot.
A good spot, maybe looking for touchdown pass number 2 here in the second quarter. Ryan will bring the Falcons up now 1st and 10 at their own 26. They run with a former All-Pro, Todd Gurley. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
It's a pickup of 6.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
On 2nd down and 4, Ryan open as Powell. That's complete. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
A gain of
slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. He releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Intended target on that one, Russell Gage, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. 2nd and 10 now, Ryan. Gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 11 yards there, 1st down.
Doesn't matter whether it's a zone coverage or man coverage, the drag route can be effective when it's run well.
From midfield now, here's Ryan. To the right side and complete to Hurst.
Ryan's pass.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5. At the Vikings' 45-yard line.
2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3, our score. We remind remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll pay a visit to Jonathan Coachman. He's in Orlando, and he'll have our EA Sports halftime report. He'll drop this underneath to Gurley, and he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
And there's a catch by Todd Gurley, and that has to remind us that's exactly what we've seen in him throughout his career when he's at his best. He can run it. He can catch it. He led the league in total yards from scrimmage in 2017 with nearly 3,000. Todd Gurley, when he's on point, is quite a weapon for the Atlanta Falcons.
Ryan able to get this to Gurley. Flashed the stick skills, but didn't get a ton from it. Stopped short of the 35. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Now the second down throw on target. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
A gain of 6.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
This will be the 8th play of the drive, and it's 3rd and inches. To throw again is Ryan. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
They'll say no to the 46-yard field goal try. They're going to go for it. They're going on 4th down. It's Ryan. He's going to have the hook up to Gage. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. They'll throw on 1st down with Ryan. That is caught at the 7. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. The Falcon passing game looking good on this drive as they get the 1st down.
I know I'm one of those that overuses certain terms. And this one, explosive, is what we use for a lot of receivers. But that's Calvin Ridley. Nice catch there. And not only is he explosive, he's been very productive. Since being drafted in 2018, one of the top touchdown rates in the league as a wide receiver.
Throwing again, Ryan. Toward the pylon, caught. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. A 5-yard touchdown. And the Falcons push further out in front. CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the second quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the first quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the second. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
Now Younghoe Koo for the extra point. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. That one in the books as a 12-play drive. And the Falcons score to cap it off. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Now K.J. Osborne. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10. At their own.
Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on 1st down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
A little over 20 seconds remaining in the half as they'll line up here 1st and 10. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. Six yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. On play action, Cousins. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. So now after the sack, Cousins and the Vikings come up here 3rd and long. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. Here's Britton Colquitt now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Taking it about the 16. It'll be a 44-yard punt. The return goes for 8. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. The white flag coming out as they line up to kneel on it. The final second ticks by, and that's going to do it for the first half of play. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much, and welcome everyone to this abridged version of the EA Sports halftime report. We got an excellent first half from the former MVP, Matt Ryan. His guys have the lead as we'll hand it back over to our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Back to receive. They've got the lead, and they'll get this football as the second half gets underway. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
Atlanta prepped and ready for its next possession. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Ryan and the Falcons now come up 1st and 10 at their own 23. He's back to throw here to start the drive. And he will find his way forward to about the 23-yard line. Anthony Barr in on the tackle. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
On 2nd and 9, Ryan, and his throw here's incomplete.
Ryan's pass.
Intended target on that one, Russell Gage, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely, just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. To throw is Ryan. And they'll set up the screen to Gurley. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for a 1st down for the Falcons.
1st down.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a 1st down.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They run. It's Gurley. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now it's Ryan. That's caught over the middle by Hurst. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Couple of 1st downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down.
They need to stop to get back into this game, and here's one right to start the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, anytime you go into the lockers with that 2-3 score deficit, you're right. You need that stop, get the football back, and they've done just that.
Series to series, play to play.
The sack will be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Now Ryan. Going to throw right side here, complete. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion and would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play.
And he can't escape the pressure. Ryan goes down.
That's the 2nd sack of the game, and the best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
The Falcons send out their punter. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. It'll be a 39 1st and 10. It's the Vikings' turn on offense. We get ready for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. They start the drive with Cook. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Working out of the gun, Cousins. That'll be complete to Cook. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. And he's got Kyle Rudolph. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Give him 18 there and give the Vikings a 1st down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. A 10th carry in the game for Cook. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
33-yard line.
The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. From the gun, here's Cousins. And Rudolph has it, the tight end. And that's going to be good for another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 13-yard line. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 13-yard line.
Before they can snap it, time runs out on this 3rd quarter of play. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Here's Cousins. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete.
So much for the best laid plans and best designed plays. That was good coverage along the sidelines. No place for that one to get in there. It sails incomplete.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Back to the ground, Cook. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
On 2-yard
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense was pretty vocal about its desire to take this running back out of his game. And all that pregame wolfing has turned into results.
The Vikings on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is third down and 12. They run it again with Cook. And he's going to come up well shy of the first here as the tackle's made right around the 12. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to fourth down.
A gain of 3. It's fourth down.
So out comes the field goal team now for the second time here today.
A 29-yard attempt.
And Bailey able to knock it through. And a second field goal here cuts their deficit to 14-6 now.
Vikings 6.
All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3 and out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
Now after the field goal, Bailey will kick it away. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Atlanta now coming out on the field. Their lead back down to 1 score after the field goal a moment ago, so they'll be looking to string together a few first downs, likely on the ground as they begin 1st and 10. Bring the Falcons up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Off of play action, he'll look to throw. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 22. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45. A critical error there in a tight game of the fourth.
Talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
Following the interception, Cousins will find Thielen working the middle. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion. First play of the drive in their hip pocket. Of course, the focus here has to be the touchdown and the 2-point conversion. Field goals are going to help you.
Yeah, but how about that first play of the drive? Just to get them started, nice gain, got some positive momentum going. They're on their way, and they don't have to rush.
Now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
And the running back position just continues to evolve from what I saw as a youngster when you just took the ball from the quarterback and ran as far as you could. Nowadays, you've got to be able to catch the ball as well. And there were 15 running backs last season, partner, that ran for over 1,000 yards, but only 3 had 500 or more receiving yards as well. Leonard Fournette with Jacksonville, Christian McCaffrey, of course, with Carolina, and this guy right here, Dalvin Cook.
This offense can certainly move quickly when they want to. 3 plays, 3 pass completions. In the blink of an eye, they've got a 1st and goal.
Almost felt like a lightning bolt hit in this game, didn't it? For them to get downfield that quickly. And now 1st and goal, expect them to attack right here on this play.
They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. 1st and goal, a touchdown and a 2-point conversion here are musts. That throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
Just looking at from a defensive perspective, when you break the huddle in the red zone, tight end is one of the guys you've got to key on because quarterbacks want the ball in their hands fast in this position, and they want to get it to someone. And in this case, he had the play. They just didn't complete it.
The line of scrimmage, once again, the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. Cousins again. That's complete right around the 8. They get only a yard there. Now it's 3rd and goal.
And the big guy catches the ball in the backfield, and oftentimes that's quite a surprise to the guys playing defense because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. Again, it's Cousins. And Thielman's got it. Touchdown, Vikings. 4 yards on the touchdown grab. And the Vikings are within a 2-point conversion of tying this game.
So they got the touchdown they needed to cut this to 2, but now they've got to get back to the huddle. No celebration time. Got to figure out what they're going to do on the 2-point conversion.
All right, now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come. To the air again, it's Cousins. And he's going to go down, sacked back at the 13-yard line. And the failure to convert and tie the game. Now the pressure shifts back to the defense.
But I think it was the right play. I think it was the right call to try and tie the game there. Kick an extra point, you're still down 1. What's the sense? I like what they did.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This will be fielded inside the 5. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
So out come the Falcons now. And last time wasn't pretty. 1 play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Ryan and the Falcons now come up 1st and 10 right at the 30. He gives to Gurley. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. Eric Kendricks in on the tackle. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. Off the play fake. Here's Ryan. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. They'll try and chew some clock with Gurley. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. So they come up on 2nd down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. They'll stick to the ground game with Gurley. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. They'll try and pick up the first with Gurley. And he is going to have the first down, and that is going to suck the life right out of this crowd. The Vikings going to use their third and final timeout, and they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. And they'll indeed take a knee. Second and 11. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to bring up a third and about 7 left.
I like a guy who understands the situation. I also like a guy who you look at him and you say, that looks like a guy who knows the coach is going to say, guess what? You drop this one, you'll be carrying around a training facility for an entire week.
Maybe flashback to high school or college, carrying it around campus, right?
The old gauntlet drill, right? Anyone get the ball out while he's sitting in class and bring it back to the coach, he's in big trouble.
Ryan heads down to a knee, and that should wrap this one up.
I don't know about you, partner, but watching them take the knee there and finish this one off, I feel like I'm going to be sore tomorrow. This was one bruising affair. Low scoring, but my kind of football.
Not a work of art, but maybe in your world, a little bit of a work of art. You like the defensive side.
I thought it was pretty. I can't help myself. I thought it was pretty.
And it ends in a kneel down as the clock rolls down to 0.
Today's final score, Falcons.
Charles, a pretty exhilarating finish to the end of this ball game. At the end, the Hail Mary prayers, though, they went unanswered. Could have won it, but couldn't get it done.
Almost felt schoolyard or playground, didn't it? You remember when you called that play? Everybody just go long and try and find someone open. They gave it a shot, but unable to successfully complete it.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gunn, and this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. From Minneapolis, so long, everybody.